not go out here and take a walk. So, but there's so much still going on in the stock market. Plus, I'm switching brokerages. You know, I had to step outside. One of two things. Obviously, it's gorgeous out. It's super nice. It's like 80 degrees out here in Maryland. I'm hiking out on one of my favorite reservoirs. It's absolutely beautiful. It's quiet. It's what I'm looking for because I needed to get away from the frustration of TD Ameritrade. What is going on? How do you do an update 5 minutes before the market's about to open and then crash everybody's account? Now, if you were just trading with your phone, you probably didn't experience this, but if you were trading with your desktop like I was with my mentorship folks, and actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you this clip here. I'll show you what happened in the mentorship this morning because it's just absolutely crazy what happened. It happened to every single one of us that were trading on our computers. So annoying. Look at this. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So glad I'm switching brokerages at this point. This is ridiculous. And so for all of the pain and suffering we've gone through over the years, this was the final straw. I was already looking for a new brokerage, and this just kind of gave me an extra reason to go do that. So for that reason, even though we've had such a great, long, loving, lasting relationship, TD Ameritrade. So the hope here is this. The stocks that have been beaten down because of all the shutdowns, well, investors are starting to believe it's their time to shine. And there's still a ton of liquidity out there with hedge funds, institutions, and huge investors with piles of cash, like Warren Buffett, just waiting for the opportunity to start buying again. And we've already seen Warren start to buy some stuff up, such as Bank of America, as well as Dominion. 72% of the flight has to be filled up in order for them to break even on it, and then they can start making money. And with American Airlines being close to 80%, which is absolutely crazy. So you have to fill up that plane 80% in order for them to break even on it. I don't know what they're doing over at American Airlines, especially because American Airlines is burning through nearly $60 million a day as well. Now, probably one of the biggest factors for American Airlines is that they do have the largest fleet, which, you know, could be an advantage if everything was working just fine and everybody was flying around like normal. But now they have to maintain these planes. They have to store these planes. All of that costs money. So they are burning through cash like crazy. And I've told you guys, like, you can't be owning American Airlines, in my opinion. I just don't see why you would own that over something like Southwest. When all the numbers are in the favor of Southwest, it just doesn't make any sense to own anything else if you must own an airline. And really, owning any airline right now is probably not the best way to spend your money, but if you must own something, it's gotta be Southwest. Period. Now, I'm not a huge fan of owning airline stocks in general at this point in time, but if you gotta have one, there's no question. It has to be Southwest. Hey, Steve, can you help me out here?
Because that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Thanks, man. Because Stone Cold said so. All right. What's up, people? Welcome to Own the Chaos live reactions to earnings. And we got earnings of CrowdStrike, Rocket, and Cloudera that we're really focusing on today. Welcome to Own the Chaos. If you're visiting for the first time, this channel is dedicated to helping you own the chaos of the stock market. It's crazy and chaotic, and you got to own it if you're going to actually make it around here. I got my buddy Christian here with me as well. And
what's up? What's up?
We're here looking right now at Rocket. It's actually selling off before the market ends here. We got about 10 minutes before market close. And after hours today, we're going, like I said, we're going to be expecting Rocket, CrowdStrike, and Cloudera, the three main ones that we're going to be watching. And I got to admit, Christian, one of my first big learning mistakes on getting back to a smaller account here on Webull was that I bought Cloudera, sold some, and then ended up buying again. And now I realize that, oh yeah, I have PDT to worry about. So right now I'm stuck with 110 shares of Cloudera. Hopefully that bodes well for me. I'm down about $13 on it so far. Not too big of a deal, but definitely something that I kind of forgot about.
Well, let's hope the trading gods are in your corner today.
I got a lot of confidence in them, though. The cloud computing space has just been absolutely on fire. So hopefully that works in my favor. But I also want to make sure, let everybody know that I end up selling half of my position on Rocket, as I said I would. I locked in tons of profit on this one. I've been up about 25% on Rocket total. Was able to sell half, and I'm leaving the other half in here just to kind of see how earnings shake out. I do have a lot of confidence that they'll end up beating earnings as well. And then CrowdStrike, of course, we've talked about at nauseum sometimes, but I think that they absolutely crush it as well. We can go check out the CrowdStrike chart and take a look here. It's actually selling off as well. Quite a roller coaster ride today. The overall market slowed down, sold off at the open, and you can see CrowdStrike. I don't know what this is. It kind of looks like a serpent pattern, maybe. It's a little crazy looking. But, before we get into too much more detail, we did want to talk to you guys about what else has been going on this week as well. It's been absolutely crazy. Zoom went berserk. It's just absolutely nuts. Zoom went berserk, and Tesla, Apple also went through their splits. We talked about those. So Christian, wanted to kind of chat with you a little bit about Zoom and just how that's really taken off.
Yeah.
Hold on. Holy shit. Chris Barros donated $100 to the channel. Bro, shout out. Woo! Thanks so much.
When you make it 40%, 100 ain't nothing, right?
For the call out on Zoom, great call out. You guys are awesome. Can I tax write off this as a donation? Hey man, I'm no tax professional, but you just have to talk to him about that, I guess. And then we also have somebody that just joined the Chaos Crew as well. What is this? The Fahad 83. Welcome to the Chaos Crew, man. If you guys want to be a part of the Chaos Crew, click join next to subscribe. You can get a daily watch list from me, and if you get on to level 2, you'll get a live portfolio update every single day.
Hell yeah!
As well. So go check that out. We're over 600 strong. You guys are incredible. We were just hoping that maybe we would get 100 one day, and you've been absolutely incredible. So thanks so much for the support. If you want to be a part of that, again, hit the join button. So sorry, Christian. that was worth the interruption.
That was worth it. And honestly, I actually was busy anyways, because I haven't been in Rocket or in Crowd. I got CrowdStrike. Why did I get CrowdStrike? See, everybody's got me distracted. I meant to get into Rocket. So I'm getting into Rocket with everybody else. I'm just going to get a starter position. So I wanted, I believe in it.
Yeah.
I know you believe in it. So let me get some skin in the game here.
Absolutely.
For that.
Hell yeah, Trevor. Welcome to the Chaos Crew, man.
So
you accidentally, so you fat fingered CrowdStrike, and so now you're in CrowdStrike and you're in Rocket.
Yes, we feel good about those anyway.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. All right. So anyways, about Zoom.
Yes, Zoom. So Zoom had awesome earnings, and it ran 40%, and that's insane. So what I wanted to really dig into it, and I know there's been some touch points that you've heard about, but I wanted to see other metrics. And so I actually went through the entire presentation, which you have. So I want to go through it. I know you had a few questions about it that you wanted to talk about, but just to let people know, and I hope this video can serve us for next earnings, because I think there's some things we need to think about, but to answer the question, like why the run up and what can we expect? So I pulled some good details. So yeah, I know you had a few questions as well.
I got the slideshow up from the conference call. What really stood out to you the most about earnings?
Yeah, so a few things. The one big thing going into it obviously was security. So the security issues and just making sure they addressed it, which they did. They actually had implemented a 90-day security plan and privacy plan. They're clearly focused on that. So I think that sort of put people a little bit more at ease.
Yeah.
But there's three things metrics wise that I want to show people. So if you can pull up, let's start at slide 8. And people have probably heard this. So on slide 8, we have the revenue growth. And this is year over year. So 355%, this sucker grew year over year, which is just insane. And then if you look at the slide, you can see the growth quarter to quarter.
Yeah.
Last quarter was great growth, but then it just went off the charts. So that's the first thing, was the revenue growth,
That's
which
incredible.
you've heard about. But here's what you may not have heard.
Yeah.
Go to slide 12. I was most excited about the international growth, which I hadn't even thought of. So I want to break this down. So in slide 12, on the left-hand side, you're looking at the revenue as a dollar amount. On the right-hand side, you're looking at the revenue share per region. So last year, year over year. So first of all, the bar is huge. So the revenue difference is gigantic.
Ridiculous.
But if you see year over year internationally on the left-hand side, it grew 629% as a dollar amount.
Yeah.
And then on the right-hand side, if you look at the market share, what's promising is actually Americas are up 288%, but then the international is also growing. So the international grew 60% from last year.
Yeah.
That's huge. So that's incredible. And they've only begun. So that's the big thing. And then the last thing I would say is the free cash flow. So slide 15, this will blow you away. Free cash flow growth was 2,000%.
That's ridiculous.
It's honestly, it's unheard of, man. It is unheard of. And so what does this mean? We'll talk a little bit later, but this just enables them to basically spend money.
Yeah.
So you talk about from 17 million to 373 million of free cash flow. So that's what really stood out to me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just incredible. I just I can't get over just how much. And this is something that like I've talked to everybody about too. Since April, when people thought I was crazy that when Zoom was at 116 all-time highs, that it was just going to keep going. Now, I didn't expect this kind of move. I said it was going to get 300 by the end of the year. Back in April, I did not expect 500 almost. And so it's just unbelievable. And it just kind of goes to show just how much people love Zoom, how good the product is, and how it's just going to be here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
A couple shout outs I want to give. John Vendito, welcome to the Chaos Crew, my man. And Big Felix,
What up, John?
Thanks for the donation. Appreciate you. All right. So a couple things with CrowdStrike. Again, CrowdStrike's estimated earnings per share, we talk about it at a loss for 1 penny. 1 penny loss. That's what the estimated earnings per share are going to be. I think they actually crushed them. Rocket's estimated earnings per share are at 88 cents, and Cloudera's is at 6. Right now, it looks like, let's see here, Rocket is selling off some. But again, this isn't a surprise. I think there's a lot of people that have been in as early as I have been in, or even earlier. You can see that I moved up my position. I've been adding to this. And my average is at 27.30. I ended up selling half of it right before this drop-off, actually, right before we went live. And so I think that this is going to be the theme here until we actually see what earnings are. So once earnings surprise, if earnings surprise, I'm sure we'll see a much stronger move here. I think we could see Rocket getting to around $40, $45 a share, depending on what we're seeing here. But, as long as, I was just telling Christian here earlier, as long as Fed rates stay the same and the Rona's still around, I mean, the Rocket allows you to be able to take out a mortgage or apply for a mortgage without seeing somebody in person. So this is not just a benefactor of low interest rates, but it's also a benefactor of remote work and everything else. So I think that Rocket's just going to do incredibly well on these earnings. So could be one of the most valuable IPOs we've seen this year. So that's why Rocket's selling off. For those of you who are asking, it's people trying to take profit and making sure that they're protecting some of that investment before earnings come out, because you just never know. It's always a gamble with that. CrowdStrike, same thing, but I think CrowdStrike does well. And then Cloudera, this is one that's kind of like a black horse, if you will. It is selling off a little bit. You can see that I have some here at 13.43. So I'm just slightly red, nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. It obviously reacted with the rest of the market today and sold off. But I think that they end up having really good earnings too. Fingers crossed that I don't get crushed on this, because again, had to figure out the PDT rule the hard way again. going back to a smaller account. Just to update you guys, though, I am up pretty big. I've been into this account about 7 trading days so far. I've made it averaged about $100 a day or so on this one, so you guys can see this here. If you guys want to see daily updates on this portfolio, again, click the join button. It's part of the level 2 Chaos Crew folks in there. They get to see this after hours every day, just to see what I sold, what I bought, why I did that, and all that good stuff. So it's made a pretty good move. Yesterday, it was a monster move. I was up over 6K. I knew that wasn't going to last, but I ended up trimming off some of the stuff. So it was good. It was good stuff. All right.
Fun fact, I'm officially a Chaos Crew member. I don't know if anybody sees my little teddy bear by my name. Took me long enough. I'm now a member. I'm one of the people.
That's right. we had some trouble trying to understand what people were saying when as customers. So I had Christian go ahead and be a part of the crew. So I also do see some people asking about how they can get to be bulls as well. If you guys see the little bears next to your name, if you want a bull next to your name, you got to be here for 6 months. So 6-month badge. So loyalty badges, hell of a thing. All right. So markets officially closed. Nothing too reactionary just yet on Cloudera. Looking at, let's go ahead and look at the 5-minute here on Crowdstrike. Just some light buying, nothing too crazy just yet. And then if we go and look at Rocket right now, I think Rocket's earnings come out a little bit late. I think 4:30 is when they said it was going to come out, but we'll see if they don't come out a little bit earlier. So not too much action going on there either.
Coming back.
What's that?
Tesla's coming back.
Oh, Tesla.
Thank you, sir.
Tesla is.
That was a
coming
rough
back.
one earlier today.
Tesla is coming back. We talked about this in the mentorship, but it was definitely something that was worth buying the dip on. I think that the offering news and all that was something that they had to do in order to get into the S&P. I don't think it was for anything else other than that. And we have Rocket starting to get bought up here. Nothing too crazy, but seeing some movement.
Let's go, baby.
Seeing some movement here. Crowdstrike, just a little bit of movement here. Also getting bought up slightly here. And Cloudera, not too much either. So still pretty quiet overall, but we're starting to see some movement here. Hope is laughing at your excitement over there, Christian.
I mean, listen, this is why we have a community. And I was thinking about that today. If, so Tesla just, crashes. I don't want to say crashes, but it drops 10% plus while Zoom's pulling back and Apple's going down 5%. That's why we have our community, because we can all shit our pants together, but we're all scooping up shares like we're at the buffet. Let's get more shares.
That's right. We all knew when to trim and when to go buy some more. So
that was a wild ride for about an hour there.
It sure is. It sure is. Rocket's looking really good right now. We are seeing some more buying here. It's back up over 31. Or I'm sorry, it's at 32.50, so it's back up over 32. 32.50 is getting some pretty decent buying here, looking really good. CrowdStrike is moving as well. Huge candle here, sitting up at 147. Things are looking good, guys.
Fat finger, baby.
That fat finger trade's working out. Mine's starting to work out too, a little bit. I'm at 1347 right now after hours, so I'm back in the green on Cloudera. Hopefully it stays that way. We'll see. But yeah, Rocket, here we go. 32.77. No official word on earnings just yet, but so far so good.
Are we going to do some predictions or what?
Well, my CrowdStrike prediction was I wanted to see them cash positive. I was saying 5 cents a share was what mine was. For Rocket, I was saying $1. I was 88. I thought was a joke. 88 cents. I thought was a joke. I think $1.13 is what I'm going with on Rocket, and Cloudera is at 6 cents. I think they come in at 8.
Okay. I'm so tired of I'm fired up, Brad.
Of course you are.
Can I vent?
On what?
On TradingView, man.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Ramiro Gomez. Welcome, brother. I have loved TradingView, but the earnings have really been frustrating. Like, the dates are wrong and the estimates are wrong.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
Well, that's why you should, kind of go with Webull.
Oh, hell yeah!
Thanks, Ramiro Gomez. Welcome to the Chaos Crew, man. So, yeah, as we're waiting here on an official word, what's your thoughts on SWBI? So Smith & Wesson, they have earnings tomorrow after hours, and I think that they end up crushing them. I do own SWBI right now, and I think it does well. Crowdstrike selling off here, sitting at 143.20. Just very briefly, but again, we see this action a lot of times with earnings, so nothing to be too concerned with yet until we get official word. But I think that this could be one that actually does really well. We'll just have to get, this type of action is pretty typical of earnings after hours.
How many people we got right now? How many people we got in here watching?
We got 415 concurrents.
Nice.
That's pretty.
We need some more likes then. If we only got 69 likes.
Yeah, we need to get some likes up. So, listen, I said that I would go live with you guys if I had 250 likes on Stockwatch Sunday. You all blew it out of the water. I had like 400 some. So let's get those up. I certainly would appreciate the love and the support if you guys are getting value out of this stream. If we've helped make you money or helped you understand the market in some shape or fashion, it's free just to hit the like button.
Yeah, and where are people from? While we're talking, I want to know where everybody's from while we're waiting. That's my favorite part of when we do live streams.
It is pretty awesome. So yeah, where are you guys at? Where are we from? We are both from Baltimore, Maryland area.
Some of us are in Baltimore.
Some of us.
Others.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm out here dodging bullets. You're out there in the country.
Who we got? We got Pittsburgh. Man, look at all this. Jersey. Damn.
Holy hell.
I can't read them fast enough. You guys are incredible. We got L.A., Jackson,
Moldova.
California. There we go. Miami.
Oh, look at that accent. I like that.
That's awesome.
Alaska.
Yeah. That's great. All right.
Philippines. Hell yeah.
Oh, we got somebody to join in the middle of all that craziness. Derek Lucido, welcome to the Chaos Crew. Happy to have you, man. San Diego. Man, I want to go to San Diego so bad.
Oh, San Diego's the best. I love San Diego. If you're ever out on the West Coast, go to, this is Carlsbad. It's like an hour and a half away, but they have a pop-up dinner in these huge flower fields. One of the coolest experience I ever had. I'll tell you more about that later. But Eric Scarl, I didn't realize he's from Delray Beach. Yo, Delray Beach, my buddy. That's where Trent I was telling you about has the Jack tattoo. There's a place called Whiskey Neat. So if you're in Delray Beach, go there. But you and I are going to be making a trip soon.
Yeah, there you go, Eric. Go to that. What was it called again? Whiskey Neat.
Whiskey Neat.
There you go.
Ask for Trent. My old AGM.
So CrowdStrike still looking up here.
Looks like they beat. That's what Big Felix says, or is this a fake out?
I think it's I don't see any official word just yet. So
I hate when they do that. To
I
us.
know. They're always trying to get.
Damn you, Big Felix, Black Bear.
Cloudera is selling off, so that sucks. But Rocket also hanging in there, 32.28, and yeah, so far so good.
I'm gonna check Twitter to see if we can get something early.
171 likes. See, it's so funny. All I have to do is ask. You guys are great. I feel like you just forget about it sometimes. You just need a reminder. It's all good. Rockets figures are out. Still not seeing anything on the news feed here for Webull. You got anything over on your end?
Let me check. No, not yet. What the heck?
I know. I feel like these people.
It's like people are saying some numbers up.
We almost got 500 live though. We're getting there. 483. Share the hell out of this, people.
I'll look up CrowdStrike.
Cloudera earnings. This is the earnings preview. Nothing on that yet.
So it looks like earnings. So CrowdStrike did beat. I'm just double checking this is right before I say it.
Yeah. Doesn't look like the reaction's too kind just yet. Looks like it's selling off pretty good.
So, okay. Yeah. Boom. There it is. Okay. Revenue beat. So 199 million, estimated was 188. Earnings per share, I believe it's 4 cents. I think that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, so they did go cash positive. What did I say?
Yep.
I said 4, didn't I?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I have no idea. I wasn't listening.
When Brad was right. I wonder how many people know that it's actually my voice. My little voiceover. Be kind. Welcome to the Chaos Crew, man. Happy to have you.
Let me look up Rocket.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, hell yeah. I said 8. Big Felix, thanks for the reminder, man. So I was off, but I was right about them beating. Not a good reaction here, though, thus far. Must be something in those earnings that investors aren't liking right now. Looking at Cloudera, still selling off here, but we're starting to see some movements in the other direction. And Rocket is pretty even right now compared to where it closed at, selling off somewhat here as well. So official word we have out on CrowdStrike is that they did beat earnings. Still not sure why the sell-off just yet. So we'll continue to watch this.
So I'm looking at Rocket, trying to filter through this. Looks like it grew total revenue 268%. I'm trying to get more specific numbers. So, yeah, I don't know what the estimates are, but the numbers are looking good. I want to see how they compare to estimates. Their loan origination volume, 72.3 billion. So that's year-over-year increase of 126%, which is awesome. It's huge. All right, let's see if I can find other numbers. Is Rocket still chilling, or did it drop?
Rocket is dropping down here. No word on what the earnings actually are, but it's not looking like they were great. Interesting to see the selling off. It's sitting at 28.84 lows right now after hours. So it is selling off pretty decently. It's coming back up now, though, around 29.36.
Mm-hmm.
But, guys, this is kind of why we talk about, hedging your bets a little bit. If you were, in this one, like I said, I sold half of my position, made really good profit on this thing, and just wanted to keep around some shares to see what would happen. And so really understanding how earnings work, and just because maybe they have good numbers doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go crazy. And we don't know the official word on numbers as far as Rocket's concerned just yet. I'm still searching those out. But yeah, I mean, that's why we do that. That's why you manage your risk that way, because you just never know. We knew, though, that Rocket would probably end up running into earnings. So that was the play that we made, and then ended up selling half, going up, leading up into this moment. So still could go the other way, though. I mean, something could come into that report where people really like. So we'll see what happens with that. Cloudera getting bought back up here. Don't look now, but it is moving some.
Apparently, Rocket had record revenues. Come on, baby. Give me some more details.
CrowdStrike's still selling off pretty good here. It actually is sitting relatively well here at 135. Was where I identified support previously, and actually kind of held that pretty well throughout the trading day today, and still sitting there. So we'll see if it can hold that support. Just checking out. She's a tease. Yeah, it's really interesting trading so far on these three. Rocket's still hanging in there. We'll see where this ends up, but it's back up over $30. Some wild trading here, guys. Some wild trading. By the way, we have 545 people live. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. 201 likes. You guys are incredible.
Let me do something different.
Cloudera comes in at 10 cents, beats the 6-cent estimate, is what somebody was saying. Landon, thanks for the shout out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, we got 600 people that ain't doing nothing but watching us. Get to work, people. Get to work.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is that they come in with numbers that might not be accurate. So it's a catch-22.
I know.
Cloudera came in at $1.20. But so far, so good on that. Yeah, very interesting trading going on. Crowdstrike still selling off. But again, like I said, this is something that we would expect earnings. It's just earnings trading. It's how it ends up happening with earnings sometimes. I think that, yes. So some people are asking if Rocket would be a good opportunity to grab some here. I think it would be. But would have to take a closer look at those earnings and look at the conference call and that sort of stuff later this evening. Also, when a lot of that other stuff develops, to determine if it's worth grabbing even more of. Preliminary reports, I guess Christian was reporting that they did beat earnings and they had record revenue, which is kind of what we knew was going to come, but something's causing it to sell off here. So if it's really nothing that's causing it to sell off other than profit taking, then yeah, I probably would end up hopping back in with a full position size on Rocket. People are saying 3 cents on CrowdStrike. What did you say it was, Christian?
I think I said 4.
It's probably like 3 and some change. They like to put a fractional penny in there. All right. Cloudera is actually looking really good here. Sold off right after the close and really starting to get bought back up. I'm feeling good about it, folks. I'm feeling good. Feeling good about it. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, CrowdStrike's still selling here. Wow. That's crazy. And yeah, Rocket still is too. So only one that seems to be moving in the right direction right now is Cloudera. Why are people selling Crowd? Again, we still have to just figure out what the reason actually is. And we might not know before the stream is over. But lots of times when we get the conference call and the report, then we have a better understanding as to why it's moving the way that it is. But I'm really loving this Cloudera trade right now. It's looking great.
Nice. Good for you.
Feeling much better about that one now. Rocket still looks okay, though. Still hanging out above $30. And CrowdStrike sitting here. Still selling off. Actually broke through that support now. It came down to 129 lows. Yash, because the revenue is lower than last year's? On what? CrowdStrike? You need to back your bus up, man. Put your ass in timeout. Everybody and their mother's chatting here. Might be overreaction on CrowdStrike. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Do you want to? I mean, this question comes up a lot, but mustache bro for life. Explain why it goes down, even if it beats.
A lot of it could be profit taking, but again, there's a lot of reasons. Outlook, have they pulled their outlook? Do they not know what the rest of the year is going to look like? That kind of stuff. There could be something as far as growth is concerned. Maybe they didn't grow as much as they thought they would. Lots of times we'll see, I think Snapchat or Pinterest, one of them this past quarter, they beat expectations from the earnings side of things, but they missed on their expected growth numbers as far as like active users are concerned, and people didn't like that. So that's why earnings are always so iffy, and why it's always kind of a crapshoot. And when we're looking at something about playing these earnings and trying to make estimations. It's really more or less an educated guess as to how it's going to react after earnings. But really, what the real play is playing anticipations up into earnings, which again is why I was talking about how selling and trimming some off, taking some profit before earnings get here to be able to lock in something. And then if you wanted to leave shares in there just to kind of see where it goes, then you certainly can do that. But yeah, there's lots of reasons as to why you might see some selling on positive earnings. And it could go the other way too. We saw in Boeing last year, well, this year, for quarter four, back in the wintertime, they announced that they had their worst quarter or worst year in 2 decades, and everybody bought the hell out of Boeing. So it was just, people just react how they're going to react, and then you just have to figure out how you're going to react accordingly. Okay. So it looks like all of these companies beat their earnings expectations, Rocket, Cloudera, and Crowdstrike, but there's some numbers here that people aren't really all that happy with. Crowdstrike's starting to get some more buying here going on. Nothing too crazy, and Cloudera still hanging in there as well. And Rocket has come down back below $30 a share. And so, yeah. Is it good to invest in Rocket right now? We'll just have to wait to see how the report looks like after tonight, after the conference call actually comes through. I think conference call is at 4:30. So, but I would venture to say, if nothing else has really changed with Rocket and everything's looking good from a forward-standing standpoint, I think that Rocket could definitely be something worth buying the dip on, but we'll just have to see why it's selling off this afternoon. Should I buy? Everybody's asking if they should buy. Am I planning on buying CrowdStrike? Potentially. We'll see if it comes down low enough to where it makes sense. But this thing went berserk after it went up over about $120 a share. Just went absolutely insane. So, alrighty. So, looks like, just to recap, guys, looks like all 3 of the stocks that we're watching for earnings did beat, but the reactions were not all that great. So we'll just have to continue to wait to see how this all plays out. To the 590 of you in here, you guys are incredible. This is pretty awesome. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys could give us another like here. Sometimes, like I said, it's not one of those things where you just because they beat means that it's gonna go up.
Oh, hell yeah!
We got Matthew Stafford. Is it Matthew Stratford? Sorry, Matthew Stafford's the quarterback.
Oh, Matthew Stafford's in the house.
Matthew Stratford. So yeah, thanks for joining the Chaos Crew. Happy to have you. And oh man, Kyle Weber says he made bank on Rocket and Smith & Wesson. Always take profit, people. You don't go broke taking it. That's 100%. And he says, have a stake on me with a $50 donation to the channel. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate that. You guys with the donations have been absolutely killing it. Stockwatch Sunday was off the chain. So thanks so much, Kyle. And to the other individual that donated earlier, you guys are great. But that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. There is a video coming out later this evening as well, my top 5 stocks for September. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. It should be coming out in a couple hours or so. You're going to want to watch that and not want to miss that. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Christian, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, brother. We doing this next week? We doing Peloton?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'll see you guys there.
See you guys. A crazy week we are experiencing in the stock market. It might just be chaotic. But that being said, we have a lot. I can't believe I said that being said again. You know how many times people give me a hard time for that? All right, let's start over. Okay, so a little bit different today. We'll be talking about switching brokerages and all that good stuff, but it's so nice outside. I gotta take a walk, so we're gonna do this. Hopefully people, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna do this, all right?